Let's move on now and talk about another story that happened today. Musicians dream of having careers like Robin Gibb. He and his brothers owned a decade as the Bee Gees. They gave the 70s its soundtrack and became icons. CNN's Becky Anderson looks back at Robin Gibb's legacy.
With record sales of over 200 million, including 60 hit singles and 9 Grammys, the Bee Gees remain one of the most successful pop bands in history. Along with elder brother Barry and his twin brother Morris, Robin Gibb first scored chart success in Australia before the family returned to their British homeland and reached much bigger audiences. The band made a change in direction during the 1970s as the fashion for dance music exploded. The Bee Gees' music provided the soundtrack for what was then the biggest movie in history, Saturday Night Fever. The film made worldwide superstars of actor John Travolta and the Bee Gees themselves. It provided iconic tracks including Staying Alive, Night Fever, More Than a Woman, and You Should Be Dancing.
The Bee Gees became really, the biggest group in the world at that point. Unfortunately, they paid a price for that. They got tagged as a disco group, and suddenly, once that wave had receded, the white suits and the puffed up hair and the funny stage moves weren't so entertaining for people.
Although their popularity faded in the decades that followed, their songs were covered by artists as diverse as Elvis Presley and Aretha Franklin, while their musical contributions were recognised by induction to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, alongside such enduring pop bands as ABBA.
Why our songs and their songs are still on the radio is because of our melodies, harmonies, human emotions, human relationships, and that reaches out to lots of young people, and that, human emotions never go out of fashion.
The band was brought to an end by the death from cancer of Robin's brother Morris in 2003. But Robin continued his passion for music, culminating in the Titanic Requiem.
Only songs with melodies last. All of Mozart's works that have lasted are songs with melodies. If he was still alive today, he'd be writing popular songs. That was the way you wrote in those days. It's not about how complicated music is, it's about how simple and relative to the human spirit it is.
But while the suite had its prestigious premiere in central London, Robin Gibb was in a nearby hospital being treated for pneumonia following a long battle with cancer. A few days later, he slipped into a coma while family and friends gathered to maintain a bedside vigil. Becky Anderson, CNN, London.
Robin Gibb, 62 years old. Man, I love the Bee Gees. I love the Bee Gees, and the disco and all of that.